Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Have you gone to the gym today? If you're new here, my name's Ash, I'm 27, I'm a cybersecurity enthusiast, and on this channel we play Capture the Flags and we go over everything cybersecurity together on our way to being a professional. On today's video, we're going to be continuing picoctf. We are working out, getting ready for the live CTF that's coming this week. So for my notes on these challenges, see hack notes in the description. While you're down there, you can find links and timestamps. So with that all being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so we're going on where we left off, which was with password crack 3. So we're on to number 4. So similar to the last couple of password crack challenges, we've got, can you crack the password to get the flag? Download the password checker here, and we'll need the encrypted flag and the hash in the same directory. There are 100 potential passwords with only one being correct. You can find these by examining the password checker script. So I feel like this is going to be very similar to the last one that we just did, but this time we can't manually go through 7. There's 100, so we need to automate this. Okay, so we have created a password crack 5 directory, and we're going to go ahead and copy our links. So let's just wget them, and the last one. Great, so we'll have our flag, our binary, and our level 4 py. So if we run that, it'll give the same. So let's go ahead and open this up. I've installed Sublime. This should make it a little bit easier for us. Okay, so we quickly ran it. It was asking for our input. It then runs that through this hash password function, and then it goes ahead and compares that to whatever the correct password is. And as we know that is stored in this binary. So if we scroll down to the bottom, we do have a POS PW list or possible password list. So there's 100 in here. I'm not going to scroll all the way. I'm going to leave them. And what we need to do is figure out a way to iterate through this list. So in our check function, let's go for PW password possible list. Go ahead and indent everything. Just get rid of the input, and we want to pass through our actual password variable. So it'll go through one by one, and honestly, we could have done this in the last challenge, but I was a bit lazy. So it'll go through one by one, check the password, and then we should get our end result. But the thing that's going to trip us out is this function needs to be executed after we've declared our list. Otherwise, this is not going to work. All right, let's see if we get any errors. So we will run as Python, and yeah, there we go. Sweet, go ahead and paste that in. And if you watch my last video, I cannot read because this says there are no point penalties viewing hints, and I completely read that backwards. So I think I read a lot of things backwards, so please always ignore me. Anyway, so we're on password crack number 5, which I just realized I also created. Jeez, this is going so well. Moved the old one, so now we have a new password crack 5. So organized. Let's go ahead and get our files. This time there's one more. We have a dictionary with all of the possible passwords based on the conventions we've used so far. So there is a lot in this dictionary. Okay, so let's see what we're dealing with. As I understand, we're going to use this dictionary somehow. So if we run that, we should see same at the front. Let's open this in Sublime and see what's a bit different. So instead of having our list in here, we know that we need to look at that dictionary. So essentially we can do the same thing. We can go ahead and pretty much just copy what they've got up here. We need to open the files, but we'll actually do it in a slightly different way. I think we can use with, hopefully I can spell it right. We can go with open dictionary, and we can pass through the read, and we'll go as, we'll say dict. So similar to how we did the last challenge, we'll just put all of that in there, and then we just need to iterate through, and we can say for lines dict used, we'll say file, and then we can just put all of that inside the loop. And like last time, we just can comment out, or we could remove it, and we can just say full line. So we've just essentially said open up the dictionary. It's gonna spell check. Cool, I can spell. So yeah, open up the dictionary.txt in read mode. In this Python script, we're gonna open it as file, and then we're gonna loop through. This is just a one-off variable I'm just using here. We can call this whatever, but line makes sense. For line, what we've just opened is file. Pass this line through to this user underscore password function, and it'll iterate through. All right, let's see if I've stuffed up. Get iterated through. Let's try it again, but this time let's pass the outputs through grep and see if we get anything matching pico. No. So now I can use the hints. There's a helpful hint saying that we need to use the strip function. So if we go back and all we do is just add strip like so, and that'll get any trailing new line like escape characters or anything like that. All right, let's try again. Hey, there we go. And we got a flag. Paste it in, hit submit. Awesome. So that was the last password cracking one. They were fun. I like problem solving with Python. Next up, we have runme.py. So our description is run the runme.py script to get the flag. Download the script with your browser or with wget in the web shell. So I've created a runme directory, and we'll follow our instructions and go and wget that. And then we have runme. So let's just do exactly what it says. And there we get our flag. Cool. I feel like this should be a lot earlier. I feel like this should be like 5 points, not 100, but hey, that's just me. All right, next up we have Serpentine. Serpentine?
Serpentine.
Serpentine. Find the flag in the Python script. All right, let's grab that and let's open it up in Sublime. So before we actually do that, let's just go ahead and actually run it and see what we get. So we got welcome to the Serpentine, print encouragement, print flag, or quit. Start with encouragement and flag. I misplaced the print flag function. Check my source code. So we're looking for a flag function, something that they've made. So we can see here, right now, it's just printing out that message. But up here, we do have the print flag function. So we can actually just copy that. We could just paste it down here to run, but go ahead with putting it in option B. Run it again, B, cool. And there we go, get our flag. Paste it in, happy days. All right, let's go over to first find. All right, unzip this archive and find the file name uber-secret.txt. Give it a copy. All right, let's go ahead and wget that. 2.43 megabytes. It's a zip, so we can go ahead and unzip, and we can see the contents of the unzipped file, and I can already see we've got Uber secret, so it's in here. Control-Shift-C, and we can just go cat that out, and we get a flag. Pretty easy. I feel like these should definitely all be way earlier, like the 5-10 points. All right, next up, we've got Big Zip. Unzip this archive and find the flag. Yes, sir. All right, we'll go ahead and wget that. Another 2 megabyte zip, so same as last time. Go unzip. So we could do a couple of things. We could list out everything in here, and maybe there's another Uber secret. No, I think there's a couple of ways. After a little bit of Googling, we can grep recursively. So our -r for grep reads all files under each directory recursively. We can use that. So if we just go grep -r and then our search term, pico, and then inside that directory that we're looking at, and we can see in red we've got our flag, or that's the pattern that it's matched, but it's also our flag. Sweet, paste it in. Awesome. All right, stepping up to 200 points. And this one's called based. To get truly elite 1337, you must understand different data encoding, such as hexadecimal or binary. Can you get the flag from this program to prove you are on the way to becoming 1337? Connect with Netcat, domain name and port number. All right, let's paste that in, see what we get. Let us see how data is stored. Please give us 0.0.1.1 as a word. You have 45 seconds. Oh, geez. Let's go do CyberChef. We'll paste in our binary and we'll have a recommendation. We'll paste that in. I think there's something up with this. It's already giving me the word. So decimal, no, octal. Paste in and paste in hex. Well, I cannot tell the difference. All right, pair. Legit. If it wasn't for CyberChef, I cannot tell the difference. All right, next up in our 200 points, we've got plumbing. Sometimes you need to handle processed data outside of a file. Can you find a way to keep the output from this program and search for the flag? I have no idea. Let's see. NC. Okay, this is just a massive output, so it's somewhere in here. So if we just grab that content and we redirect that output into a file, like we can literally just call it file. So if we look at the file, it's massive. So now we can just cat that out, but pipe through grep and just look for the flag. Awesome, there we go, paste it in. All right, moving on. Oh man, we've only got 3 left, what the heck? All right, so we've got music. I wrote you a song and we're gonna put that into the flag format. Let's go and copy that. So we'll just wget that and let's look. So they're not that many lines. Yeah, that's right, that's what lines are. Lines, words, characters, I think. So let's go ahead and cat that out, and it is actually a song. And it's kind of tricky because we've got all of these keywords that we would usually grep through. So this is actually super tricky. Turns out that this is a programming language called Rockstar. I don't have any experience with this, so this was like kind of a weird one for me. But if we go ahead and copy the contents and go to try it, paste it in there, and then click rock. We will be provided with some decimals. So if we go over and chuck it in there and convert it from decimal, we can just put that into the flag format. Yeah, so I don't know where rockstar programming, like that kind of programming language is used, but super trippy. All right, next up, we've got flag shop. So there's a flag shop selling stuff. Can you buy a flag? Let's go ahead and copy the link. And we also have port to connect to. It is a C program. Open it in Sublime, but how about we see it in action first? So we'll paste it in there. 3 options: check the account balance, buy flags, and exit. We run exit, it'll do that. We can run check account balance, and we have a balance of 1100. So 2 buy flags. We have definitely not, and a 1337 flag. Okay, so we go 1. These knockoff flags cost 900 each. Enter desired quantity. I don't know, let's get 1. Final cost is 900, so we have 200 are left over. So if I go check balance again, so 2 flags, and what about this? This costs 100,000. Can I just get 1? Okay, super tricky. Can I get like -1? Okay, not really sure. So if we go through our source code that we've been given, somewhere in here is what we're looking for. Apparently, here where we have our total cost, we have 900 times the number of flags. And the number of flags is what we enter. So we're able to sort of take advantage of this right here. And if we go over the hint, we've got 2's complement can do some weird things when numbers get really big. So if we actually look this up, it says 2's complement is a mathematical operation to reversibly convert a positive binary number into a negative binary number with equivalent negative value, using the binary digit with the greatest places value as a sign to indicate whether the binary number is positive or negative. So that doesn't mean a lot to me. Apparently, if we go to the buy flags, and I think it's the second one, and we actually put a large number, like something like that, and we go to check our account balance, and that didn't work. I'm just gonna, big numbers. There he goes. So that's the 2's complement that it's talking about. Do not ask me, I don't fully get it. Adding some large numbers will cause it to go negative, giving us a positive. Totally makes sense. Now when we go to and we go for the elite flag and we just want to buy 1, we can actually get our flag there. Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. Honestly, that tripped me up for like ages. It shows like the further we learn about like programming and everything, like the further we'll know how to like exploit things like that. So that's a good lesson in that. That's actually extremely difficult. And lastly, for 350 points, we have I want to be a rockstar. So we have a note here that the rockstar language has changed since this problem was released back in 2019. So they've linked the website via the Wayback Machine, so we can see that here. So we have another song that we need to figure out. Let's go ahead and download our lyrics.txt. So the lyrics.txt is 28 lines in length. If we copy everything and actually use this checker, we go rock, we're asked for this input. Somewhere in here is the code that asks us for that input. This one did my head in and I did not enjoy it. So I'm completely cheating for this. Apparently there's a rockstar-py. I've never heard of a transpiler. Let's try this. Okay, we'll grab this rockstar-py. Okay, actually just this right here, run it as is. So we can specify the input and the output. But I'm going to continue cheating. So that actually interprets this for us. If we just comment out this, but we can also pass it through Python. Right, so we have invalid syntax, these exclamation marks. So is that just going to keep changing? Right, so you can't use exclamation marks here. Line 19. I guess we just continue using print. I guess we need quotations. You don't need else. I'm just absolutely guessing. If I go back and cheat, we can actually look at what we're going to do, and it's different to what I was doing. We can just comment things out. So instead of like this, it'll look a little bit more like this. And now if I run it, do anything, but that's better than not getting errors. And I guess if I paste that into the one on the way back machine, I still get an error. Oh, because I need to actually put this back into, we go like this. Okay, when I solved this offline, I just removed some of the lines to get the flag. This is way more complex than I was expecting. I do not get this one. Do not judge me for cheating. I did solve this offline, but I also followed a write-up. I'm just going to paste this in. All right, that's the end. And I failed miserably. I kind of don't disagree with the like ratio, to be honest. The rockstar programming language just isn't my jam, and I find it hella confusing. That's all a part of learning. So thank you so much for watching through in this video. I hope you enjoyed me fumbling around at the end there. Feel free to do all that YouTube stuff, but only if you really want to subscribe and hang around. I appreciate those who genuinely like my content and want to stick around for the long haul. Up on the screen, you're going to see the general skills part number 1. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go catch up on that. Otherwise, thanks again, and I will catch you in the next one.